Hey everybody, it's May 8th, 28th, 2025. Um, and today I just want to talk about progression in your spiritual path. Many of us, just being livers of life, will have running concepts about what it means to be alive, what it means to be strong, or what it means to be wise, or how to go about living your dreams or getting to your dreams. And all of us experience that for the most part. You know, we all test things out and try to see if we could find our way to where we want to be. And what I realize is that there comes a point where your life in a spiritual path starts at theory, and then it progresses into scientific accuracy. And just because you make it to scientific accuracy doesn't mean that you have all the answers or that you know what everything means or you know how everything's going to turn out. It doesn't mean that. But what it means to have a scientific grasp on your spiritual life is that you know that you have an innate feeling that you know that certain things are true, and you don't necessarily need guidance to tell you what you should do next. It's kind of an unspoken sense. It's like an extra sense. It's a spiritual sense of what you need to do and how you need to go about doing things. And most of that is called faith, obviously, but other parts of that are more mysterious. And that's when the Father has his hand on you in your life. And people will try to see how they can earn that scientific grasp on their spirituality, try to earn it through, dedication, through sacrifice, through self-deprecation self-deprecating acts, to show the Father that they're humble. But it's not reaching a scientific grasp on spirituality is not that direct. It's not that it's not that direct. It's another word I'm looking for, but it's not as simple and cut dry as suffering to gain wisdom or suffering to gain success. To get to a level of walking with the Father and walking in faith and learning and seeing spiritual truths come into your life and come into your mind and your heart, it requires a bit of humbling, a bit of accepting that things won't change for a while, and you don't know how long that while may be, but you come to a point to where you accept that you will have to wait a certain amount of time before you could see on the other side of the valley, on the other side of the cliff, like what's there in your life, what's your new lot in life, what's your new spiritual perspective. So becoming a scientific practitioner of spirituality requires an honesty, and that's the purest form I could define it as. It requires an honesty of openness to the Father, that you cannot hide anything from Him, that you cannot hide anything of worth from Him, you cannot hide any particular thing of shame from Him. It's an openness and honesty that you want to learn, that you want to progress in a way that helps you and helps those in your life and helps whoever comes into contact with you in your life. And this isn't about being a goody two-shoes or being super altruistic. It's about understanding your vulnerability in life. And once you understand your own vulnerability in life, you look at everybody else in a more kind and forgiving light. So the path to spirituality in a scientific practicality or practicing way. I got tongue tied, but to come to a scientific way of practicing spirituality requires patience, understanding, honesty, and vulnerability. I hope this helps. Thanks.